welcome to the special edition on Scotty Bet TV, and with the Premier League just upon us, no better to ask than Sky Sports Pundit Jamie Carragher. We're going to find out his opinions as a pundit, and we're also going to find out him as a person. So Jamie, thanks for coming on the show. Straight away, we don't know you about it as a person, so we're going to fire some quick fire questions at you, just so we get to know you. First of all, a lot of people have been in touch and saying 3 people dead or alive you'd like to go for a pint with. Who would you pick?
Bill Shankly, number 1. I think,
hasn't it?
obviously Liverpool manager, but like unbelievable character, probably what he did for the club, but also his, his personality. I think he'd be well entertained. Plenty of Blues watch this, don't they?
Yeah, loads of Blues, yeah. Bit of a mix, Liverpool.
Okay.
We've got to be careful.
Exactly, so I've got to keep everyone happy now, because I'm impartial.
Yeah, you've got to be impartial now, yeah.
I would go with a man I have met as a young kid, and a player who I think, and certainly my dad thinks, is the greatest player to ever play forever, Alan Ball. World Cup winner. A lot of people go
for Alan Ball, yeah. And a lot of Liverpool fans who speak to of an older generation, they pick Alan Ball as a favourite player of all time.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's weird that one.
Well, definitely come to see us when I was a kid, my dad at the pub, and he pushed a penny pile over for charity. He was manager of Stoke at the time, and I've got a picture with him. I think I must have been 10 or 11 at the time. But yeah, greatest player to play forever, I think. And the last one, just trying to think. Got to keep it Merseyside based.
No, anyone you want. You could be singer, artist, actor.
What am I going to talk about? I'll go with Johan Cruyff.
Johan Cruyff.
I think the greatest figure in football has ever been. I think there's been better players. Yeah. But he also done as a manager, his brain, the way he spoke, when you read his quotes, the way he spoke about football. Probably one of the greatest figure we've had in football. So that's me 3.
That's your 3. Good shouts then. Favourite song of all time?
Ooh, favourite song of all time?
On your iPod, most selected song, what is it?
Beatles in My Life.
Can't whack it. Favourite food?
Favourite food?
To go for into your Chinese, your Indian.
Chinese, isn't it? Chinatown.
What's it go for? Shumais?
The lot.
Favourite film?
I'm talking when I'm at the start.
Best film? I'm not into me films, so.
I've got 2, but I just always edge for this one. I love Usual Suspects. Have you seen that film?
No.
Great film. Yeah. Kevin Spacey.
Cracker.
But my number 1 is, you must have watched this.
Go on. What is it?
Come on, you must have. Don't tell me you haven't. Chief, Juicy Fruit.
No.
No?
I don't watch films. I've got no patience.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Never seen it before in my life.
Have you seen
that? No.
Jack Nicholson?
No. Is it a cracker?
Greatest film of all.
You can have that one. You can have that one. This is a good one. Favourite comedy of all time?
The Office.
I will agree with him on that one. Absolute gold, that one.
Assistant to the regional manager.
Mr. Brent. Lager or wine?
Oh, lager.
I
don't know all these fancy drinks. Just give me a bottle of Boards or a pint of lager.
Tea or coffee?
Never had a drink of coffee in my life.
You're joking?
No. I don't think I ever will.
Why
just the smell. I just don't like. I mean, I don't really drink them type of drinks. I'll have a cup of tea now and again. I only have them on the train actually. That's the only time I have them on the train. Some girl comes around and stuff, but no coffee, nothing.
Right, we've hit it with this personal stuff. Let's get into the football. Right, a couple of either-ors here, Jay, to kick things off. Saturday 3 PM kick-off or a night match, what do you prefer?
Is it a Monday Night Football?
Night match or Saturday 3 PM kick-off?
Night game.
You're going for a night game, yeah? Toughest opponent in a Merseyside derby?
Didn't have many, did you?
I remember Andy Johnson.
I mean, big dunk. Yeah, he scored a couple.
Johnson took me the cleaners one day, didn't he?
I just had a nightmare. He didn't take me the cleaners, I had a nightmare.
And you were injured,
and he scored.
Was you injured at the time, or
I shouldn't have played, but no excuses, I was awful on the day. Ferguson, when I first got on the team, he definitely terrified the Liverpool squad at that time, which I thought was embarrassing. And I got in the team, played against him a couple of times. I was only a kid, and he was a right hand for. I remember him elbowing me once in a game. But I'd probably say Tim Cahill, really, because I think he had not so much pace. Yeah, but he was up against me. He was number 10 or 2nd striker. And he always got goals against us, didn't he? I think he was a great player for Everton in the Premier League. So possibly say
KO. We go for toughest opponents. Out of every game you've played for Liverpool, toughest opponent.
Oh, Thierry Henry with that Arsenal team. They were the best team I've ever played against. The invincible team in 2-3 years before that. I think had everything in that team. And the problem playing against Henry, it was not just Henry, it was Ashley Cole, Perez. So I was playing full-back at the time.
Yeah.
Henry wasn't a problem so much if you were playing centre-back. Because he drifted that left side. And when you were a full-back, you were up against sort of him, you know, Perez and Ashley Cole goals. There was just so much going on. So I'd say that Arsenal team and Thierry Henry.
Stretford End or Gladys Street? What if you had to sit in one tomorrow?
Sat in the Gladys Street loads of times.
What do you go for? If you had to sit in one of the stands on the weekend?
Oh, the Gladys Street. Yeah, I was there as a kid.
Good man.
And I always remember going towards Seater as a kid, from standing up and going, but there was no tickets for seats, so it was a bit... Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, is it still like that now?
No, hilarious, isn't he?
No, is it?
No, you just get it all season, it's all ticket now, you just don't go up.
No, but I mean, the Gladys Street then was like first come, first serve. If you got there first, that was yours.
No, it's tickets and that's it. Sellouts now.
Sellouts?
Yeah, sellouts. I'm telling you.
Imagine if you start doing stuff.
Exactly, imagine. What annoys you the most in football?
Probably people feigning injury, I'd say. It's not so much people say diving. I don't like diving, but I don't mind someone who's clever and, you know, a defender does something stupid because a forward's being clever. I think that sometimes that's part of the game. I don't like diving and people... I think if you've won a free kick, you've got your free kick. I don't like this rolling around, pretending you're injured, trying to get someone booked.
Cards waving for me.
Yeah, cards waving, yeah.
Oh, winds me up. Top 4 or FA Cup, as a player and as a fan?
FA Cup.
FA Cup, yeah. As a fan and as a player, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And if you were the owner of a football club, what would you prefer?
Probably different. Possibly different, yeah. Because you've got to think of, you know, how long the club's, you know, where's it progressing, getting money and attracting players, how will that go? As a player, you could be older the next day, you could be getting sold, you just got to make sure you do it on that day. You can't show your kids your top 4 medal, can you? No. What's that? Your favourite football pundit of all time? And you can't pick your mate, Gary? No. We wouldn't be here anyway. I think the way that side of the game has gone now, it's becoming massive, hasn't it? I mean, definitely. Pundits get talked about almost as much as players now, and things you say, especially with social media. But I think growing up, I only felt like there was 2. You had Alan Hansen on Match of the Day, you had Andy Gray on Sky, so that's what I grew up with, really. And I probably couldn't split them. It was slightly different because Andy Gray was more of a co-commentator, you'd hear him through the game, and Alan Hansen would be more in the studio. So I'd say Alan Hansen and Andy Gray. Right. We're going to get on to this season's, his predictions for this forthcoming Premier League season. We're going to go straight into Everton and Liverpool first. So Jamie, what do you think of Liverpool's transfer window so far? Make or break, I think, if they get one big sign. And if they get, listen, Van Dijk's the one, we know that. If they wanted Keita, they're not going to get him now. I think that could happen maybe in January, once 12 months' time. If there's a buyout clause there. But with Van Dijk, I think if they get Van Dijk, I'd say it's been a very good window. If they don't, I'd say it's very happy. What do you think when they beat Middlesbrough on the final day of last season? Was you expecting that was it, we're going to get 7 or 8 players in for next season to cope with the Champions League? No, not 7 or 8. I was thinking more half that, but thinking, the big debate is, do you buy players, 6 or 7 players, and you think you beef the score up, or just say, right, we're going to put like 3 players who are going to go straight into the first team, and then you've got those 3 players who are not playing week in, then become your squad players on the bench. So I was thinking they may go left back, centre back, you know, cover for Mane, maybe someone in midfield, maybe 4 players who go straight into that team. And at the moment, even Salah, you couldn't say, is he going to go straight in the team? It looks like he will. I think Coutinho may drop a little bit deeper, but you know, that affects Mane as well. He was so good on that right-hand side. But at this moment, I like Salah. I think he's a brilliant signing. I think the left back, but it's only 3 million. You can't really use at this moment, he's looking better than really. The left back he was always going to buy a squad player at left back, whether you like it or not. That's what the manager was going to do. But he obviously wanted Keita to go on the team, possibly Salah and a centre back. if you get 2 out of the 3, it's been a bad win.
A lot of Liverpool fans I speak to are concerned about Klopp's comments recently about Moreno being 100% fit and possibly Milner into midfield. Is that a concern of yours as well?
Yeah. I just don't think you should be judging people, good or bad, too much on pre-season, especially when they've been in the club for 2 years.
Exactly. So you've seen them.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you buy a new sign and sometimes you think, oh, it looks great in pre-season, or, you know, you're always judging in the real, but when you know a player, and he's been in the club a couple of years. I mean, Milner's done a good job when he first came, decent job in midfield. Yeah. Never going to blow you away in that position. Yeah. But that was 2 years ago as well.
Exactly,
he's 2 years home. I think he's done a really good season at left back last season. But no, I don't see that going into midfield. I don't see Moreno playing.
So would you be happy with Robertson being your left back?
Well, week in, week out, possibly no. I see him as, you know, he's got the team relegated. It's a big jump. It's a big jump. The team got relegated to the team playing the Champions League. So, listen, he may develop into Liverpool's first choice left back. But right now, I still stick with Milner at left back. I think you know what you're going to get. Let's, you know, give this kid a chance to sort of bed into being at Liverpool. What's required? Is he of the sufficient quality of Liverpool? You don't know yet. So I wouldn't throw light in the fire.
Does it concern you that Liverpool have just singled out one centre back in Van Dijk as their main man to get? And would you pay the 60, 70 million for?
I'd pay it. I would pay it. Does it worry me that? Listen, I'm sure there's a list of players, but I think Klopp is one of them managers. I'm getting to know more now as being here longer, especially in transfer windows. He's not going to spend money on anyone if he doesn't think it's improving what he's got. I think he showed that in January, just gone, and Liverpool are in a great position. And if he can't get the people he wants, he'll stick with what he's got. And I think that shows, one, that maybe his job, I'm speaking to the owners, is not sort of, he's not under pressure, if you like. This is going to be a long period of time. He's been at other clubs, I think, for 6 or 7 years. I expect the same at Liverpool. Hence why he's going about the way he is in the transfer market. If he was actually desperate and I've got to do something, I'm sure there will be other players coming in with the Payton money, with the Van Dijk money if he doesn't get them. But I think this is a long-term project, and that gives him the confidence then to say, well, I'm not going to do anything I don't want to do.
To me personally, I don't think it'll be a blow if, as a player, if Liverpool were to lose Philip Coutinho. But as a football club, Liverpool losing another star man, that would send a bad message out, wouldn't it?
It would, and I just don't think the club can afford to. Because the transfer fees now, who are you going to go and buy? You know, we're talking about 60-70 million for the centre back. So to replace Coutinho, when I say replace Coutinho, Liverpool never have and probably haven't. You know, we're not going to get a player from Real Madrid or Barcelona or the other top clubs in the Premier League. We're not. So to replace Coutinho, you'd be buying someone maybe like a Monaco team who are up and coming. So you, and then he hopefully. As Coutinho was.
Yeah, it's coming into the line.
8 million, that's what people do. Yeah. When we saw, Alonso came, Torres came, even Suarez came, they weren't right up there, they come. I said, I think I've said before, that every club is a selling club to a certain level, so there's teams below Liverpool, we take players off. Yeah. When Barcelona were in, they come from that place, they take them off us. Yeah. It's just how long you can keep hold and get as big a transfer fee as you can. And at this moment, I don't think Liverpool could afford to sell it. It's too late in the window to replace it. And I don't really get them now. And also how average Liverpool's window's been. Yeah. If Liverpool has been fantastic buying all sorts of players, it was looking good, and you think that is just too much money to
spend.
To let go.
We're going to get on to Everton just shortly, but before I do, which will take us on to Everton, the goalkeeper situation at Liverpool. Are you happy with it? The 2 goalkeepers?
I think Liverpool have got 2 decent goalkeepers, 2 good goalkeepers. I don't think they're great goalkeepers. I think with Mignolet had his best season last season. You're just hoping, is that a sign of improvement, or is that a great run for? Yeah. And he goes back to being Mignolet that we saw for the first 3 years, which wasn't a bad keeper. It was just a good Premier League goalkeeper. Yeah. Liverpool need more than a good Premier League goalkeeper. And that was fun from probably Christmas to the end of the season. It was a top Premier League goalkeeper. Yeah. I think some of the performances away from home, they could Stoke, I think West Brom as well, made some great saves. But hopefully he keeps that form up. Maybe the pressure of Karius has forced that out of him, I don't know. But, I mean, the only keeper you think who's out there is, I think, when you look at, I think, is the lad at Atletico Madrid, looks a real top keeper.
Good goal.
Good goal.
When
Liverpool gets right,
Now, the reason I asked you that, because you made a tweet about the Everton signings a couple of months ago, didn't you? And we quoted about about Jordan Pickford. You'll change your mind? Do you think Jordan Pickford will get in the Liverpool team?
I'd probably, after, maybe if you asked me at Christmas, I'm not saying you wouldn't, but if you asked me, I think he's a really good goalkeeper, what I saw of him. But it's a big thing playing for Everton. Now, he has looked decent in a couple of games he's played for Everton. But I just think you've got to, when you make that step up, as Mignolet's had to do, it's completely different playing for a team at that end of it. You're making less saves. Pickford will be used to the defence being on the edge of the box or someone in the hole, being under pressure. Now it'll be a case of maybe, especially at home, Everton's back four being on the close to the half, which depends if Ashley Williams is
you say maybe a lot deeper.
But what I'm saying is, you maybe have to use his feet a lot more, which I know he's got a great left foot to know that. Playing outside his box a lot more. Decision making will be huge for him, communication. So it'll be a different game. Is he capable of doing that? Probably looks like he is. Yeah. And I think the signings of Pickford and Keane, at the time of his first signing, people said, well, that's a lot of money for the keeper, a lot of money for...
Looking at it now when you see the transfer.
Exactly. At the end of the transfer window, especially maybe in 12, 18 months' time, you could look back on that and say they're bargains. But listen, Pickford looks a top keeper, he will be. But I just want to see him at a full high up the table and see how he reacts to that.
Would you like to see Michael Keane at Liverpool?
I think the thing with Keane is that I think it's a massive jump, as I just said with Robinson, to go from a team with being a bit relegated, but they were always in that area to go to a champion. I think it's a big jump. Now, I think the next jump for Keane, as an individual, would be
Champions League club.
Everton. Sort of Everton. A team who were top 6, top 7, trying to get in the top 4, and then as a player, he becomes begging for it. You might want to play for a team who thinks, well, a great chance of winning the league. You know, so that's, I think it's a big jump that. Do I think he's better than Lovren and Matip right now? I think Liverpool to spend 30 million on a centre back. He's got to go straight to the team. If you spend that second money, I don't know if he's gone straight in ahead of them. I think there's not that much. I think it's very close. I think if Van Dijk comes to Liverpool, I think you can see there's a difference in what they've got, really. And I think when you sign for Everton, he's going straight to the team, and one of the others is playing alongside.
What do you think about Wayne Rooney coming back this summer?
I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant for Everton. I think it's brilliant for him. I mean, it's just a really brilliant story for the Premier League, really, from where he started. He's always been Everton, him and his family. He's done the Man United thing. Time to come
on, like yourself.
But I think he's going to have a major role going forward. A bit like what you see Steven Gerrard doing at Liverpool now, being a major part of Everton football club going forward. I think that's a big thing as well. You look even at things now, people may think it's not a big thing, but you think it's social media following. Everton will be in the news a lot more now because of Wayne Rooney, even around the world, the press. And I don't know if it will be centred around how's Rooney done, is he playing, is he the team. But there'll be a lot more attention on Everton this season than seasons gone by. But I think it's a great sign for all those reasons. I don't think it'll be helpful for Wayne Rooney or Everton if he starts every single game.
Don't you think that's when he's better though?
No, I know what you're saying.
The lad needs to play 5 or 6 games to get going.
I totally get that. But what I'm saying in terms of fitness, and I'm not saying being off the team for long periods of time. But this thing of Wayne Rooney now starting every single game, when we're playing 2 or 3 games a week, I think that's a good thing for Rooney because at this stage of his career, it's not the age of him, it's how many games he's played. In the tougher position on the pitch, it's centre forward, the pressure that goes with that. And I think we sometimes go from the dip in and out. So, play 2 games.
Europa League miss out and then back to
20 minutes. Always want it where people want you in the team, not a case of he's playing all the time and he hasn't scored for a few games. Oh, he needs to go off the team now, and it's a bit like, oh, he's been dropped or is he not in, and it becomes like a bit of a story. Use him, I just think use him right and just dip him in, not dip him in and out, that's wrong, but
he's got the right manager, hasn't he?
If there was 5 games,
start
2 or 3, come on for 20 minutes on one, miss one, come on, make an impact, don't, so he's not always there in the firing line as the main man for Everton when he's, 31, 32 now, all that pressure.
One player that's came in, one player that looks as though he's on his way out of Goodison is Ross Barkley. Now, where do you see his career path going right now if he was to go to Tottenham? Is he going from Everton's bench to say Tottenham's bench?
Possibly would be. I don't think he'd get in the Tottenham team now. But I think Tottenham could that rejuvenate him. I mean, Pochettino's notorious for the way he trains the players. Would that get him fitter? lose a little bit of weight off and make him look a little bit quicker and sharper around the pitch. I'm a fan of Barkley, really, and he is a player who's sort of really up there or down there. He's very
never in between, is he?
Yeah. He's a little bit like, not similar in terms of play. Lewis Garcia was a little bit like that for Liverpool, and he'd score a great goal and do something. Or other games he'd be losing the ball all the time, so you're a bit... And it's how can you get the best out. I thought he had a really good second half of the season, and Koeman changed the system last year, went sort of 4-3-3, and Ross sort of played to the right, tucked in a little bit, not right wing, but he was behind Lukaku. And I think Tottenham may look at it and think, to be honest, he'll get his games.
Can you see him playing at Wembley under Pochettino, the way Tottenham play, and lasting the 90 minutes at Wembley?
I think Pochettino is one of the best coaches in the world. I think what he's done with that Tottenham team and those young players, and I think he would lift them as a player. I think Tottenham would look at it and think, he could come in for Ali or Eriksen, really. And there's a lot of games at Tottenham between in the Champions League. And also, we know Tottenham, eventually probably, if they get a huge offer for Dele Alli or something, in 2 or 3 years' time, they could sell him and think, well, you know what, let's keep on. Yeah, Barkley could be the manager, and if not, it's a good business one because you've only got a year to go, and that's the way it'd be. There must be some, obviously Tim Smith's a good side, the right side for Everton.
Obviously, yeah.
But no, I feel a bit fun sometimes, and it pisses me takes, you know, I like to see local lads do okay. And a lot of pressure being put on as if he was going to be there. Probably Steven Gerrard, he was at Liverpool and Everton. It hasn't quite materialised like that, but you still think of some of the goals he scored for them. It's just unbelievable goals.
Would it work for Everton the way they're going about business this season if they sign Sigurdsson? They've got Rooney, got Klaassen, and obviously they're looking to sign another centre forward. Would that fill a gap for Lukaku, who's gone now?
Yeah, I think so. Listen, may not replace the goals. That's why Man United spent so much money on them. But I mean, watching Everton in a couple of games I've seen in the European games, they lack a physical presence or front and pace. It's so evident, really. And you think of the team, and also Barkley, in that whatever you think of Ross, he can do things quickly, and he's got a physical presence as well. I'm not saying he's lightning quick, but he's sharp in and around the box. He can get things onto his feet, and shots off. And I just look at it now when I watch the games. That top end of the pitch, something's lacking. Well, it would be if you lose a Carragher, of course it's going to be. But you know, obviously strengthen the goalkeeper, centre backs being strengthened, Klaassen. I mean, Tom Davis was great last season. I still think he's got plenty of games for Tom Davis. So Klaassen's come in, but definitely needs reinforcement at the top end of the pitch.
Where do you think Everton and Liverpool will finish in this season?
Well, Liverpool Champions League. That's a couple of times they've been in the Champions League, been awful in the league, miles behind the top side. So will that again come into play? I think if Liverpool get Van Dijk, I think that's a big thing. Not just to get him because he's better than what we've got, but to get him because the other centre backs are injured, and your third choice one, Klavan, is a decent player. But Gomez coming in, you're going to lose points in that, so we have to do that. The same with Everton. So I'm banking on the two of them getting.
So if Everton gets Sigurdsson and Liverpool get Van Dijk, where do you put Liverpool and Everton?
I think Liverpool will get top 4. I think they could finish 4th. I think they'll be short of a title challenge, really, because I think there's a little bit lacking there. Everton, I don't think they'll improve on the position in the table, but I think they'll get a lot closer. I think there was a big, I don't know what it was at the end, but
yeah, like 18-point gap in the end. When it
was it?
Yeah, it was quite big, yeah.
But
at one stage it was quite close. And
at once it was almost felt like West Brom was 7th for ages, and it was like a massive between that and 6th, and then Everton took that position, and it was that gap. So it wasn't so much. I thought the disappointing thing for Everton last season wasn't where they finished, probably where they expected to finish, but they've got to sort of bridge that gap where they're actually challenging the 6th place team, or actually challenging the top 4. You can still finish 7th and challenge for the top 4 and make it a tight race. The Europa League, I think that's the big thing with Everton, that could have a major. Could be the best chance of getting in the Champions League. That's what everyone wants to do, that's what the new owner wants to do. So I think that's something that we should really look at, taken seriously. And maybe if there was a couple of competitions that you go there, best players up, put the second string out, you do that in the other cup competitions, maybe try and prioritise Europa League.
Are we going to end that long wait for a trophy?
I think they're going to say they win an Anfield.
I'm not as well. Are we? We're going to win a trophy.
It's isn't it? I mean, we're saying that Liverpool won trophy in 10 or 12 years, so it'd be listen. can I say I hope they do? No, because I mean Liverpool fans take great pride in that now, that big banner they had at Goodison.
I'm sick of seeing it.
But I think it will lead this season. Listen, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
You know, it's difficult for any top side now to win trophies. The top 6 now is so competitive.
Yeah.
If you say
top seven.
If you say to almost any team in that top 6, if someone offered you now at the start of the season top 4 and a trophy, would you take it? But it wasn't the league. I think even the Man Cities and United still go, you know what? Take that. Because it's so competitive now, only one of them can win the league.
True.
You know, and then what is it? Your season's a disaster because you don't win the league, you know. And I just think it's so competitive now to get in that top 4. If you could get top 4 and win a trophy, I think most managers there.
Definitely. We're going to the Premier League in general now. Which of the big teams are you tipping to struggle this season?
I think Tottenham. Not so much struggle, but
You've just been taking Pochettino, master coach.
I think he's brilliant. I do. I think the job he's done there the last couple of years to take them into the best Spurs side I've seen.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not so much that. It's playing at Wembley. I think the home form was so good last season, which is perfect for the way they are. I don't think they've been allowed to bring the dimensions in at Wembley. Yeah. They've had to keep it the way it is. They've had problems there in the Champions League, Europa League. That'll be a factor anyway, psychologically for them. Teams going there, they're thinking, a lot of teams in the Premier League, a lot of players may think, I'm not giving a chance to play at Wembley.
Yeah,
you know, so it's a massive thing for them going there. And also, they'll be their home, they don't feel like home. Even when you go to a new stadium, you get used to it, but it's still your home.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting, obviously, over the years to come, but with Wembley, they're only, what is it, 12 months?
12 months, 18 months.
They're not even going there. They won't be home, they won't feel like home, they never will, they know they're leaving in 12 months' time, so I think it'd be difficult for them. I just think this stadium, even though it's going to be brilliant for them, it's just coming at the wrong time, because I think the team they've got now is so good, the manager's so good, and you just worry that some of them players move on.
Is it concerned the way Pochettino plays, the way he plays the game? It's not suited to Wembley style pitch, is it?
Maybe a bigger pitch, maybe take a bit more out of them. I mean, he keeps them, I mean, he does train them hard, but you see them towards the end of the season. They're still flying. Yeah. They're still getting great results towards the end of the season, and even him, talking about players, I could see a bit of a Barcelona.
Quality managers. Which play you're tipping for big success this season? One to watch, out of all the Premier League stars, one to watch.
Well, I think the team to watch last season who come out of nowhere was Monaco in the Champions League, and that club's just been raided.
Yeah.
We expect them back. He maybe turns up at Madrid before the window closes. But Bernardo Silva, he just looked at the Monaco was David Silva.
Yeah.
And I mean, Silva's one of my favourite players of the all time, really, in the Premier League. But he's just getting to that age now where he may not play it week in, week out, and this lad's come in. And if he could be our with Silva, I think Man City will have a great play, and hopefully we can see what he's done for Monaco last season.
If you could change anything about football for this season, what would you change? You're a big fan of the video replays?
I was, and then it hasn't quite gone to plan, has it? In the summer. I am a fan of that in terms of bringing, moving the game on. I just think don't go too far too early. So the goal line technology has been brilliant. Yeah. Everyone's loved it. No one's had a complaint.
Do you think it spoils football though? Do you think?
Well, when I watched in the summer and it was a bit supporters know whether to celebrate a goal or not, and I just think, maybe one that it can't be a case of checking every goal. Is it offside? Is it or there was a foul late? I just think things, very simple things, so goal line, yes or no. I think a big one is I think there's two that I think have a major impact on a game, where the game's, it's going to be when the game's stopped. Is a foul inside or outside the box? So the referees give a foul, it's not a case of was it a foul, I think it's a foul, the referee. So you're not asking the fellow upstairs, is it a foul? I've decided it's a foul. Is that inside the box? A lot of the time, if that's given wrong, penalty to a free kick is massive, massive difference in the game. And also, red card challenges. So you've given a foul, I think it's a foul. Is it a yellow or a red? This can completely change a game. And that's again another one. So the game's stopped, I think it's a foul. Is that a red card? Let's just have a little breather, check that. Is it red or yellow? So often now, red cards, players going off is spoiling the game. Now if it's a red card, go off. But if it's not, we've got to make sure we keep it.
I understand that, I totally get that, but is there a danger of when the football fan leaves Anfield or Goodison, you go into the pub after the match, and that have nothing to talk about?
I know what you're going to say, that is the stupid.
You'll have nothing to talk about. Because basically
there's loads to talk about.
Oh, the referee was terrible there. How did he give that? And now,
I know, but these things change. Seasons, games, that's the most important thing.
That's the beauty of football, isn't it?
I know, but
if the referee makes a mistake, he makes a mistake. You cut the enjoyment out of football by some man sitting in the stands hitting a button, or if it's a red card or a yellow card.
No, I don't think that's a problem in terms of fans. There's plenty you can talk about. I know but no, I think we can't use that as an argument, the enjoyment of the sport to talk. And there's plenty to talk about. The team the manager picked, who did he play, we won, we lost, why we need to sign this one, that one. Not whether it was a red card or not. If that's deciding a football game and he's getting it wrong, I think we have to get that right. It has to be decisions where the game's stopped. We can't be where we're stopping it and coming back and oh, there was a foul there before this and that. I don't think you can get involved in that.
Definitely. Now we're going for a golden boot winner, Jay. Who are you tipping for the golden boot? Harry Kane? Not Lukaku, no? No chance. Morata? No? I haven't seen him from Morata, to be honest. Lukaku, I think he got plenty of goals. I just think Harry Kane, I love Harry Kane as a superstar. And I just think I'll be picking Harry Kane for this award for the next 10 years. So I just think he takes the penalties and he'll play week in, week out. He's a top player. And I think I'd always go for Harry Kane in that. Is that because Lukaku played for Everton and Man United? No, it is. No, he just scored big games, was he? Scores against Liverpool. I thought that was a big game. Right, bottom three, Jay. Bottom three. Who are you tipping to struggle next season?
I think Huddersfield has struggled. Never been in the Premier League before. They had, I think, a minus goal difference, very close to in the Championship. Isn't it? Got 3 draws. And I think it'd be sort of the way they play will be just mad football. I think it'd be great to watch. And but I think they'll go down. I think Brighton the same. Doesn't look the most intimidating places they want to play. So I think they'll have a problem. I think Newcastle come up and be fine. I think Crystal Palace may have a problem. In that they've gone from sort of Sam Allardyce, who took over, kept them up, strong, powerful, direct, making it difficult to play into Frank de Boer, who's going to come in, I would imagine, to play a different type of football. Have they got the players to play? Have they got the defenders to play like that? Is it then sort of going to buy into what that ground's about and the support and the intimidation that teams like Allardyce to Selhurst Park? Is that possible?
Yeah, still possible. Yeah. Wimbledon don't play.
Yeah, I know it. I'm going to a cup game there, watching Everton Wimbledon. Selhurst Park, but yeah, and I just, new manager in the league, I don't really have too much in the transfer market either. Yeah. And I just look at them, maybe it might be a surprise one because they've been in the Premier League a few years now, but they're always flirting with it. Yeah. And I just think the manager maybe coming in with something different ideas, not spending too much, new to the Premier League.
Who's your top 4 then, Joe? I
think Man City for the league, but to be honest, every team I look at, even for the league, there's a question mark against them. I look at City and think, if they
the two centre-halves.
Yeah.
Company doesn't play as much.
That's
Stones and Otamendi.
Well, that's the thing. I think if they had company, we'd obviously run out of money now to even them to go and do that. I'm sure they would. But I look at Chelsea, I'm not saying it because I just think how they will react. They won't be able to play the same team week on week out as they played last season, which is the same 11 virtually, because they had Champions League. To me, there's problems there with Conte and the club, and I think that will rumble on through the season. So I think Chelsea second, I think Man United third. I just think for the last few seasons they've been 5th or 6th in the league. I don't know it's a one-off. I think since Ferguson left, I think they've been in the top 4 once. It's a bit of a jump there. To go from 5th or 6th to go to 1st. I'm going to go with Liverpool 4th.
Would do, wouldn't he?
And I will go with, that's on the bank and on the get Van Dijk, and we can be sure that centre back if they don't. And I'll go with Arsenal, Spain, not sure, 5th. Well, I've only got to do 4, haven't I?
That's your top 4, yeah. And you go for the City as champions, yeah? Yes. Even with them centre-halves?
It's keeping company fit, isn't it? I just think at times, last season when I saw City playing well, he thought if they could really get this going, can they play week in, week out? But like that, I think if the keeper's alright, that'll give them a great chance with that keeper last season. Jay, thank you very much for your views, appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining us on Scotty Bet TV. Do I get 10% if anyone gets it on this? You can try.